I must admit it was more than I expected. Last year hearing all these stories, talking to you guys, talking to everybody about that experience playing in Calor, and now it was really a level above. It was so nice to be there. It was great, enormous pleasure to be part of this great spectacle last night, and actually I can't be more grateful to the fans and everybody who participated there. It was a great evening. I think we as a team, we wanted to show something extra. Thanks to them as well. In the second half, we were pushed in front, and it resulted with the nice goals. I think that we were speaking in the last period that we cannot wait this ISL campaign to start, especially knowing the fact that we're going to play first game in front of our fans after so long, and everybody was a little bit anxious and nervous, a little bit without knowing how it can go, what will happen, because after so long without the fans, it was immense. It was immense. I was so grateful and thankful for everybody who participated last night. We knew before the game in our team talk, also during the week, we knew and we were saying that this game will not be decided in the first half. It's always difficult and uncommon to play a first game of the season after such a long break, and we knew that we have to be capable of controlling the emotions, controlling the moments, controlling the game, and controlling every aspect, every detail of yesterday's game. So even in the dressing room, our team talk was quite the same, that we have to continue managing those moments, being quite organized, focused, concentrating on ourselves without wasting energy on the referee's decision, opponents' reactions whatsoever. So our plan was to stay focused, try to push harder, especially that by pushing harder the fans will recognize that, they will push us furthermore, and it resulted with a nice goal. So then in the moment when we had this lead 1-0, we knew that our opponents will have to come a little bit more forward. They will have to attack, and it opened a couple of gaps that we wanted to use, and then with the substitutions, that the fresh legs on the pitch, speaking about Raul, Bidja, especially Vanya later on. So these things that made the changement and that made the impact on the second half, and actually with the nice goals, it was quite an improvement. So, and at the end, everybody was happy with it. It was something that we see also in the training sessions. It was something that, great opening run, great pass, and all these things, and then a great touch. He had even, I think, a couple of minutes before that, one a good cross from Apo that resulted with a corner kick. But anyway, all these guys, they played with the heart. It was a great moment, especially after so long without fans, playing football in a bubble. Then in front of that crowd, scoring that opener, it was immense. It was huge. That let's say the explosion of emotions, I think not only in the stadiums, but I think also worldwide, with all people supporting Kerala Blasters, I think it was a great moment. And we were so happy for the team, for the fans, for Adrian as well, because emotionally it was something special for him. And we were so pleased to see those moments. Cabra is an experienced player. He is someone who knows all the aspects and details of Indian Super League. He is someone who won the title. He is someone who has been in Indian Super League for a long time. He played so many games, and in these kind of games, the players like him always deliver. They recognize the moment of winning mentality, how we have to defend, how we have to attack, how we have to close gap, how we have to stay disciplined, how we have to stay focused, pushing others to stay organized. So, and of course, I think that he brought last night something special, not only with that pass, but also with his presence in the defense line, in the ball possession, every other aspect. So we were glad to have him last night on the pitch. There is always a football logic that you must respect in a football job. Seeing the fact that we ended up last year in the finals, and there is one consistency in our work, and certain things that you have to respect. We also wanted to give Vanya kind of moment to adapt to a new environment, to new country, to new style, to new mentality, everything. So for foreigners coming for the first time in India, it's quite a huge impact. So he arrived not even 2 months ago with his family. He's a great human being, and we know that process. He's adapting quickly. I like the fact that how he is accepted from other players, from fans, and we knew that he has that quality to bring something extra. You know, and then in the first moments, these first games, you want to give those players this feeling of how we say it, step by step. You know, it's not only throwing them to the lines or sacrificing those guys in those moments. It's a step-by-step process. So with him, we wanted to take it like that, to allow him to feel from the beginning of the game how it is with the stadium, with the touch with the Indian Super League. And we were so pleased and glad to see him how he yesterday jumped in with confidence, how he changed the rhythm and all these things. So again, he's something that we didn't have last season, especially speaking about that position in central midfielder. I think that we were the only team last year without foreigner in central midfield. So this is something extra that we have this year, an extra weapon that we can use in many occasions, not only coming from the bench, but playing also as in the starting 11. Well, last night they proved that they were absolutely important, because that sound, you know, that roar that you hear inside the dressing rooms before the game, you know, it's intimidating like hell for opponent team. For you is extra motivation. You know, you get energy, you get extra power from those things. And then when you give everything on your pitch, they push you even harder. And then you cannot feel that you're tired. You know, and these kind of things were crucial during the whole game. In the first half, from the very beginning, where it was normal that everybody was a little bit nervous, because again, it was the very first time that many of those players were playing on that pitch. You know, it's the momentum where you have to get to know how the ball bounces, how the ball slides, all these things, the lines, the space, then the atmosphere. And then I think that in the second half we started very good. And then when the fans they felt it, they just pushed the team harder, and then it gave you extra power. And I think that in one moment we saw that also physically we could hold it stronger, and it resulted with many good chances. We were sorry that maybe we didn't score the opener earlier, but anyway, at the end we should all be happy, because again, it was not easy for the first game, and at the end, you know, 3 points were the most important to start this season on a good note. Well, you take it as a positive note, like I just said. You take many positive things outside of that, but also there are many issues and things that you have to correct, that you have to practice, to improve. You know, one of the let's say, one of the bad things in ISL is that many teams, when they start ISL campaign, they have to take it game by game and then see where are actually the issues that you have to correct. Because not many teams in ISL in a period of pre-season have possibility to play this kind of strong games as a pre-season period. So like that, when you start your campaign, there are many things that just pop up, and you see them and you say, okay, this is the thing that you have to correct in next games. And this is actually the beauty of football, because it's a never-ending story, it's a never-ending job. It may happen that in the middle of the season certain things happen, and especially speaking of young players, they have to make sometimes mistake, and we must not be angry about those things, because this is a part of improvement. So they can never know if it's good or wrong if they don't make mistakes. So, but anyway, I think anything we saw last night that was for us to correct and to improve, it is part of the job. And actually the players, I like the way how they reacted on all the environment, everything. It was very important to play emotionally, let's say as adults, you know, controlling and managing our emotions during the game. And I think that it made the difference last night.